Hey, I'm Sarah Westwood for AMAhits, and today I'm here at AMAhits in Vancouver with Canadian singer-songwriter Andrew Allen. How are you, Andrew?
Doing fabulous. How are you?
I'm great. You're in Vancouver right now recording your debut album for Epic Records. How's that going?
It's going amazing. I'm over in North Vancouver at Wine Cellar Studios with Ryan Stewart, who's sort of known in the Canadian industry from Carly Rae Jepsen and Carmen and Camille. And Laurel as well, who's also a Vancouver-based singer-songwriter. And yeah, so far the project's sounding great.
So let's talk about that tour. This is your first US tour, right?
Yeah, I mean, I've toured Canada quite a few times, and I've toured the UK a handful of times as well, and I love touring. I love being out on the road, but the US is a really, really tough market to get into. And with the support of my new label family, Epic, they're bringing me into the US to tour mostly in the East with Joshua Radin.
Now, you were just down in LA, I found out via your Twitter. How was your trip? What brought you down there?
I flew out Tuesday to LA to go hang out with a few different songwriters. So I worked with a guy named Tim Fagan, who's the co-writer of Lucky with Jason Mraz and Colby Kelly. And so we wrote a song, and then I wrote a song with another guy named Rob Gosh, who's from Alberta, randomly enough. We met in LA because it's nicer there. And then I also did a photo shoot for the new album and for the website and everything. And the whole experience is great. I mean, LA is super rad, and just, yeah, had a blast. The sun was great. It was funny though, because, you know, I'm walking around in a t-shirt and going for runs up on Santa Monica Boulevard, and people are looking at me and they're all wearing sweaters and scarves, and I'm like, it's like 20 degrees.
Can you touch on social media's relationship with the arts?
I think that, you know, in the past, people had a big challenge to try and get their music out, and even just their brand out. But at the same time, the people that worked the hardest at it seemed to be able to rise to the top, because it was a lot of work when you didn't have these social media sites. Now, it's definitely a benefit to the artist, but it's also an even harder grind, because you've got to sort of get above all the saturated stuff that's in there. And I mean, I wasn't sort of one of the first ones to jump on board with Twitter. I was kind of like, I don't get it. What do you mean 140 characters and all I get to write is like a status? This makes no sense. But after I kind of looked into it, I realized that the benefit is actually following people. It's not as much being followed. And so you can follow people and find out just super valuable insider information that otherwise would take months to go through and to find. And as soon as you start following people, it seems that people seem to find you interesting too. And so I've been able to use, you know, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, MySpace, all those things sort of together in sort of a cohesive bunch to help, you know, broadcast what I'm trying to do, and it seems to be a beneficial thing.
For more info on Andrew Allen, check out andrewallenlive.com and spread the good word.